Hey, all you groovy space cats, this is Brian, and this is the first episode of Dare FUROR. It's going to be a rant series, I suppose, where I project my eternal anger and displeasure and incredulity out into the universe in hopes of maybe, I don't know, making a change. Like that's ever happened with anything that anyone's ever complained about. Or, just sharing a little bit of what the fuck with the universe and seeing if people agree or disagree or shake their heads together with me as we say, man, that is just messed up. So, to give you a little bit of a backstory to why we're here, I did a big no-no. Everyone on Reddit will tell you this is the fucking worst thing that you can ever do. It's worse than killing a baby. It's making a pre-order. Yep, I made a pre-order. Every once in a while, I get the inclination to be a good capitalist and or to throw the government off of my trail because I'm actually a demented communist, socialist, whatever. Anyway, I decided to play the game and make a pre-order and be a good little capitalist consumer. So just to warn you, this is going to sound very first world problem-y, but that's just the way this little piece of crap cookie came out of the oven. Anyway, I like the video game series. It's called Deus Ex. It's one of my favorite game series. I've played it since 2000 when the first one came out, and funny story, I actually found it on a demo disc that I got from Publix Grocers of all places. There was a Deus Ex demo on there, and I've been playing them ever since then. I played the sequel that was derided. I played the newer game that was received pretty well, and I was waiting for Mankind Divided to come out, and I make an exception every now and then to make a pre-order because honestly I don't play video games all that much as I used to. I have, the full-time job going on, and then I have this, whatever this is, this YouTube thing going on, and then I have, my girlfriend and Brianna and all that moving down here and all that going on, so I don't get that much time to play video games. So when I do make a purchase, it's a big deal. The only other game I bought this year was Doom. I love Doom. Doom is the greatest video game series of my lifetime, I'm pretty sure, as far as, having more copies at one time than there were copies of Microsoft Windows. It was a friggin' phenomenon in my childhood. I played all of them. I had the Doom 95 launcher. I had, all sorts of things going on there. I played all the sequels. I played Doom 64, I played Doom 3. I love the new one on PlayStation 4. That was a great game. I've read Masters of Doom. Those guys, John Carmack and John Romero, they give me such inspiration that I really just love Doom in like a lifetime sort of way. I mean, I even have the fucking Doom novels from the 90s. So what does that tell you? Anyway, and I like them. Okay, don't hate me. I like them. I was reading them in middle school. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This has nothing to do with the games, but I like them anyway. So yeah, Doom, one of my favorite game series. Deus Ex, my favorite game series. So it was okay in my book to make a pre-order because it comes, not only did I get the pre-order, I got the collector's edition, and that means that it comes with a bunch of, who knows what it is. It's like a little book that you'll never fucking look at twice, but it looks cool. It's got the case, and it's got this whole Jensen statue, advanced dust collector thingy that's going to go on the thingy shelf with all my other advanced dust collector statues. And you know what? People are going to say you're retarded, that's stupid, but I like them. I like how they look, make me feel good, and that's pretty much the only plus side of capitalism, is that it can be a powerful drug. So I made the commitment to Amazon. I said, okay, look, you can have this much money of mine and give me the game. And I made that back on August 2nd, and I thought, that's it. I'll get the game in the mail when I forgot all about it because of all my other hassles going on, and it'll be a pleasant little surprise to myself. Yeah, no. Here's what actually happens. Okay, so Amazon, they have a big carrot with video games, because if you have Prime and you're ordering video games, you get like a 20-30% discount. I don't know the exact one because I don't buy video games all that often again, but it was sweet enough to where I could make that $150 collector's edition pre-order go down to like $118. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm buying it with you guys. You guys have me. I am ready to go, Amazon. Let's do this. So, well, that's where things just get kind of weird. Okay, so here's the problem. All right, August 23rd. I wake up and then I check my email at about 10 a.m. and there's an email from Amazon, and I'm like, oh great, they're probably saying, your pre-order has been shipped and it's on the way, because it's the 23rd, it's the day that Deus Ex Mankind Divided is released. So theoretically, if I have the Amazon guarantee of same-day delivery, I should be getting it that day by 8 p.m. whenever my UPS man, drags his way in and says, oh, fucking here you have it, take it, just leave me alone. Whatever, I get it. I get the game then. Okay, so I check the email, and it's like, oh, Rude Awakening. That isn't an email saying that the thing's been shipped or it's on your doorstep or whatever. This is an email saying there's been a problem with your order. And I'm like, oh, fuck. What happened now? Did my fucking wallet, explode? Did I get a decline card? What's going on now? Why haven't I got this game? I know I had the funds for it, so what's going on? I checked my email, and in the email, there's no explanation as to why the game has been delayed. It just says, it's been delayed. And then they said, you still want it? And there's a little option that says, yes, I still want it. And then there's another option that's like, no, I don't want it. Sorry for wasting your time. What the fuck is that? Amazon has a problem getting the game to me, and their answer to things is, well, why don't we just present them a question asking, hey, do you still want the game? Like, we can't even get it to you on release day, like, per our pre-order agreement, but just, like, give us a mulligan and just, like, not make us deliver the game to you and just go about your business? And I'm just like, well, fuck that. No, I want the game. I put $100-some down on it just a few weeks ago. I still want it. Yeah, give me the game. So they're like, all right. I click yes. I get the pre-order is back on. I have no delivery date, so I'm just like, when the fuck am I getting this game, dude? I mean, I don't understand this policy they have where they try and just, quietly hush the whole thing up by canceling the order through an email. But what I could understand it if maybe they had come to me 2 weeks ago. Come to me a few days ago, 2 weeks ago, or whatever, and tell me that there's not, something's happened and they can't get my pre-order to me, and that would be understandable, because then I could be like, all right, Amazon, screw you, I'll see you later, I'm going to go with Company B that can get the game, and the pre-order crap, and the collector's edition, and the collector's hand job, or whatever, to me. They can get that to me, reliably. Fine. But you didn't do that, Amazon. Instead, what you did is you came to me the day of and said, okay, you just want to cancel it? What am I supposed to do? If I cancel it now, I don't get the pre-order bonuses. I can go onto eBay and go fucking talk to a scalper, and you know what they're going to charge? They're going to charge $200+. I looked, and it's going to come from Canada. And even then, there's really no guarantee there I'll get anything straightened out correctly with the pre-order, and they might just screw me on that too. That's a real touchy place to go to get things from other people. You can't trust people. I thought I could trust corporations. I certainly can't trust people, right? Oh, was I wrong? Amazon, I couldn't trust you, dude. So, what happened next? Well, okay, so I thought that was the end of it, and I'll just have to wait to get the game. I was like, fine, fuck it. Then I get kind of worried about it, so I go onto the subreddit for Amazon, or not for Amazon, I'm sorry, the Deus Ex subreddit, and I share my story there because I believe if you share information with people, you'll get some information back, and then together you guys have a more powerful case to go confront the people who wronged you. Free dissemination of information is our most powerful tool that we have today. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go on there and bitch about my story and see if anybody else on there had it. And sure enough, there's other people that came to me and said, yeah, Amazon screwed me over today too. I got the same thing you did. And they went and talked to support, and they heard some really disturbing things. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go talk to support. So I go and navigate the freaking steamy, hot Byzantine jungle of support threads and finally get the thing where you can talk to somebody in a chat on Amazon. So I am talking to this person, and I don't want to disparage this person who, they're probably like me, they work a job where they're tied to helping, morons not stick their tongues into electric sockets or something like that. They're doing support work, and they are stuck in a cubicle somewhere, probably in India, doing this to survive. And I have no hate against them, and I thought the person did a wonderful job for what they were able to do. I just think that they are like a scarecrow that Amazon puts up to kind of ward off actual issues being solved, and they'll just throw you things like 3 months of Amazon Prime as an answer to something. Or I didn't get any of that, by the way. There was nothing like that in there. But usually the good ones will give you something like that just to calm you down. But I'm so cordial with them that they don't really get that defensive measure up of, oh, here's free stuff, please just leave me alone, don't hit me. What I actually do is when I'm done talking to someone, just as an aside, when I'm done talking to somebody on the phone line for support for anything, even if they can't help me, if they were responsible enough to talk me through things and to give me some information, I'll ask, at the end when they say, is there anything else we can do for you? I'll say, yeah, give me your supervisor, your manager, and I'm going to leave a positive comment. And I'll leave them a positive comment because they're damn sure not paid enough to do that and put up with people worse than I am to them. So I just, try and do what I can for them to help them. And I'm trying to hope kind of like to breed in these people at least some hope in their customer base to where they can get kind of better work ethic out of them. They'll want to do their job better, and they'll actually help you out, and they won't just give in to the corporate miasma of hopelessness. So anyway, they found out, actually, they helped me out. They said, okay, well, we did your order and everything, and I'm looking at the order, and they're making sure that it looks right and everything, and I notice, oh, look, Amazon has lowered my order status speed, the delivery speed, from same day, of course, because they don't have the game or something, to 2 days. So it's going to take 2 days to get here when they get the game. And I'm like, can you change that to 1 day? And they're like, yeah, we'll change it to 1 day, because otherwise, I'm going to have to pay $5. I'm going to have to pay extra money to get 1 day delivery speed. And I'm like, well, damn, no, I'm not doing that. You're not going to screw me because of one of your mess-ups and then make me pay more money just to get it kind of faster. No. And the person that helped me out was very helpful, and they went through and did that. They also found out something hilarious. They found out that when I went and reconfirmed my order, the Amazon machine, I don't know what's wrong with it, it like picked addresses out of a hat, and it had some incorrect address for me picked out. So he's like, yeah, I would, even if we had gotten the game, it wouldn't have shipped to you until you had gone and rectified it, and, you know, good luck trying to get notified of that. And he said, I'll fix it. So he fixed the address problem. So I was like, well, great. Now I can just wait to get the game, and it's going to be 1 day delivery. So maybe they'll get it, you know, today, and maybe I'll get it tomorrow. And you know, spoiler alert, we didn't get anything or anything like that. Nothing so far. Not quite like that. So anyway, what happened next? Well, I go back to the Amazon, or the thread on the Deus Ex subreddit about Amazon, and I see some more stories from people, and they said, yeah, I talked to someone on the phone, and they found out the reason that the game wasn't available for the pre-order to be shipped out was because they just didn't have enough. They just didn't have enough of the fucking game to meet the fucking pre-order. Now this is where I get mad, because I'm just like, okay, what the fuck? Let's break this down. I can understand if you don't have enough of the game because something happened. Like maybe the guy who was driving the semi-truck from UPS to Amazon with the pre-orders, maybe a roving band of monkeys escaped from a zoo, took over the highway, it broke into the semi-trailer, the cab, and pissed in his eyes, and he valiantly tried to keep the truck on the road, but he couldn't because the piss was burning his eyes, and he fucking crashed into some trees, and it blew up, and all the games are burning, and that's why I can't have my game. I understand if I can't have a game because it's been pissed on by a monkey and burned in a horrible roadside accident with a jackknife tractor trailer. I can understand that. I can't understand, though, what it seems to happen at Amazon, where they just didn't have enough. They sat there in their pre-order department, and they had X amount of pre-orders, and then they looked over at the ledger, and they looked at the column Y, and it said, this is the amount of stock of game you actually have on hand. Here's X amount of pre-orders, Y amount of stock. What happened there? Is there a department, again, run by monkeys? Is there just some monkey going, oh, fuck. I bought all those fucking cocaine-filled bananas. Oh, fuck. I spent all the pre-order money on that instead of getting the actual game. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck me. Is that what's going on, Amazon? Do you just have like a bunch of monkeys that just don't know how to do simple math? Because I think if I was in your department, I would be, maybe, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, I would have looked and said, huh, look at that. There's more pre-orders now than we have current game stock. So that means some people are going to get screwed. Maybe we want to do something about that before the day of. Why am I finding out the day of, on the 23rd at 10 a.m., that Amazon just found out they don't have enough stock? What the fuck is going on here? I could just imagine down at the loading bay, there's this guy who's putting boxes onto the truck, and he knows he's got so many boxes he needs to put on to meet the pre-order demand, and then he reaches over for a box, and there's nothing there, and he just keeps doing that for about, 2 minutes. He's just like left to right, just empty-handed. Then he's like, wait a second, dude, there's no boxes here. They don't have enough boxes to go on the truck, dude. I can understand. That's probably what happened. No, I'm flabbergasted, though, because I'm spending, how much money for this collector's edition, and I'm giving it to you Amazon guys, and you're not even able to get me the game. So it's like, dude, come on. That's the number one issue you've got to fix now. Oh, but there's more. I'm not done yet. So let's go down to where I found out in the thread. Someone else said, oh yeah, I heard over the phone from Amazon support, and this is a rumor at this point. I don't know if this is true, but it's more than what I had. They said that they may get the game in by October 5th. That's their guarantee date. It'll be here maybe by October 5th. A whole month! Even more! I've got to wait till the ass end of August out. Then I got to wait through September like a junkie, just avoiding all the spoilers on the internet. Which, by the way, I did that for Game of Thrones, the latest season, and I fucking did it, and I didn't get any spoilers until my girlfriend made me watch the friggin' turd of a season. But you know what? I did it, and I could do it again with Deus Ex, but I don't want to. I paid money for this. And I don't pay money for Game of Thrones episodes. I download them like everyone else. So I don't want to wait for this. I don't want to have to avoid spoilers, because Deus Ex is a very story-heavy game. I don't want to have to hold out for the game till October 5th to try and get the friggin' pre-order. I mean, I'll just go buy the damn thing in the store or something, right? If I didn't spend it all on the freaking overpriced collector's edition. Whatever. Anyway, my point is, I don't want to wait till October 5th. So, at that point, I'm like, well, damn, what do people do in this situation when they want something from the corporation and they just can't get it? And I'm like, well, you know what? That's what I'll do. I got my guns out, I loaded them up, I painted my face red, and I made a hit list. No, I didn't do that. I did what, I went on Twitter, and I made an angry tweet. That's what I did, guys. I said, I'm going Web 3.0 on your asses, dude. I'm going to make a tweet. So my tweet says, hashtag Deus Ex, woke up this morning to see Amazon delayed my pre-order of Deus Ex MD. Wonderful. I paid $100+ to get it day one, Amazon. So I put that out on the internet, and I'm thinking, you know, like, maybe I'll get some help, maybe I won't. That's the thing you have to do nowadays. You have to tattletale on companies in front of everyone else before they'll fucking help you out with anything. So then I get a text back, or actually a tweet, sorry. My vernacular is not all that hip, folks. So I say, I said that original tweet, I got this back from Amazon Help. So at Amazon Help on August 23rd said, hey, sorry about that order that was delayed. Who's the carrier? And they gave me a link so I could check and see, you know, who the carrier was. And they said, did you get an updated delivery date? So I tell Amazon, you know, there is no carrier. There's only fools. People who pre-ordered this game, and they're not going to get it on time now. So I did mention, I talked to chat about it, and then they said, you know, okay, well, let us know what the chat was able to help with. We want to make sure this gets resolved for you. So then I say, okay, Amazon, well, I heard word on the grapevine was that I had to wait till October 5th possibly to get the game, because that's might be when you get stock from Hong Kong or whatever, I don't know. And nothing from them, nothing, no reply, not the rest of the day. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go to bed, disappointed, you know. So I go to bed. The next day, August 24th, I get a tweet, and it's from Amazon Help, and they say, you know, hey, come direct message us on Twitter, and we'll help you get the order sorted out. So I was like, great. I go and I direct message them, and wow, very fast response. They ask about the order, the name of the item, and then they're like, well, we'll look this up for you. And then they get kind of weird. They say, hey, well, what's your credit card info? We want your name, your credit card info, your town, and your zip code. And I'm just like, wait a second, what? And so I back up for a second, and I minimize the chat, and I just sit there and I go to their Twitter page, and I look at them, and they've only got like 80 followers. They have no, you know, real tweets or anything. And then I look at their name, and instead of the usual @ symbol Amazon Help, it says @Amazon_help, then a number 3, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is not Amazon trying to help me. This is a fucking scammer trying to get my credit card information. And this is the big problem number 2 with this whole situation, folks. And let me explain it to you. What happens is, people who have no way of getting help have to go onto Twitter to try and get help with their Amazon problem. Amazon has this account out there called Amazon Help, and they tweet back trying to work out a solution for this person, because everyone's looking, because someone's tattletaled on them right in front of them and in front of everybody, and they've got to do something or they look bad. So that's their way of solving things now. It's very stupid, in my opinion. Very, very stupid. They should just be asking for someone's phone number and having a conversation or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how you would make it work out, because it's so full of security holes. And this is one of the security holes, because now there's a scammer out there who goes to this Amazon page, or he goes to his Twitter page, he puts up the same picture that Amazon's using for their support Twitter, he puts his name and makes it look like the same sort of name, and he imitates the messages even, and then he jumps into conversations where he sees Amazon drops the ball and has stopped responding to this person, and they step in and say, hey, you want to get this issue solved? Well, come DM me, and they pretend to be Amazon Help. And then what happens is they open up that direct message, they start typing to this customer who was just trying to get some help from the real Amazon, and they ask for the credit card information, and then they bend them over and they fuck them in the ass, and they take their credit card information, and they fucking, you know, wipe their dirty dicks all over their face and steal their info, and they probably go on to sell it once they're done trying to steal all their money from their account. So then that person, they're screwed. They got to go to their fraud department and say, hey, you know, I gave someone my credit card information, and then the fraud department's going to be like, well, that's not fraud, but we're going to go ahead and cancel all the credit cards. We'll give you it this time. And you got to go get a new credit card and do all this other bullshit, and it's just an awful freaking window here. And honestly, the way I could compare it to how I felt when that happened, because, you know, you're that close to getting screwed, and you're just, like, amazed that Amazon is letting this happen, where people could just go get screwed by someone pretending to be them. It feels like, and no offense to Detroit, it feels like I got shot, like, in Detroit or something, or, like, Flint, Michigan, and I'm, like, walking through the street, and then I'm, like, you know, I'm dying, I'm bleeding out, I'm on the curb, and I'm just, like, I see someone, I'm like, help me, help me. And they're like dressed up as a cop, and they just, walk up there and they go, hello, citizen, what's wrong? And you're like, I've been shot, I'm dying. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they take their billy club and they say, shut the fuck up. And they start beating you in the fucking head with the fucking thing. And then they just go into your fucking pants wallet, and they take your pants pocket, and they take your wallet out. And then they just go through it and take all your stuff, and then they walk off. That's what it's felt like trying to get help from Amazon, because I had somebody literally trying to take somebody who had an issue and steal my information and my credit card in the process. So I would have been like, I needed help from Amazon, and then I would have been like, had all my money from my bank account taken from me in the process of trying to get help, because it's like the Wild Wild West. They don't have like an actual way to get help with these things now. You have to go and yell it out in front of a crowd of people, and then there's people out in that crowd that are going to fuck you over because they can take advantage of you. So it's just like, wow, if I had hair on the top of my head, which I don't, I'm bald, I'd be pulling it out right now, because it's like, what the fuck, Amazon? And guess what? Still no response from the real Amazon about this issue. That being the pre-order thing. Haven't heard anything from them. I immediately went and reported the Twitter account and got it suspended, but so far, Amazon hasn't sent me a second tweet. I got a message this morning saying, we'll get it to you on Friday, but there's still no tracking information, so maybe it'll get here. I don't know. So it's just kind of like, really, Amazon, like, this is what you're doing. You're basically, we're forced to go down this river of your shitty, fucking, mysterious, shitty Amazon river. We're forced to go down it on this tiny little raft. There's alligators swarming around us. There's monkeys pissing in our eyes, and we don't know where we're at. And you're not even willing to help us by keeping us on the raft or telling us when there's an end to this ride. You're just kind of like, yeah, we have your money. Fuck you. What are you going to do? So Amazon, what are you going to do to fix your pre-orders? Because you know what? I actually remember back in, like, 2011 or 2012, when the other Deus Ex Square Enix game came out, I pre-ordered it from you guys then, and guess what happened? You couldn't get me the pre-order stuff that, and for the uninitiated, when you make a pre-order, you get little special bonuses from companies, and they all have their own little special bonuses usually, so you have to kind of pick and choose which bonus you want. You have to buy from this company to get this, or that company buy from that, and the bonuses are usually stupid things that I wouldn't care about now, because I have no time to play games, not like I used to be able to. So anyway, I bought it from them, and Amazon dropped the ball back then and couldn't give me the pre-order bonus that they promised with the game. So I was just like, well, shit, what do I do? And now, here I am. It's, 3 or 4 years later, and they're still having issues getting the pre-order. And it's like, what the hell? Come on, Amazon. When are you guys going to fix your pre-order problem? It's like, here it is. Problem 1. How can you not know earlier or predict at all that you have X amount of pre-orders coming in, and then Y amount of stock? I understand, maybe guys are making pre-orders like the night before, and they're just like raping the system of any ability to answer the demand. Maybe that's happening, so you should put like a wedge on there to like, you can't make a pre-order at this date or something. And that's just like my 2-second idea. You don't have to pay me for that. You could just put in a wedge that says you can't make a pre-order the night before. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Maybe you should give the guy driving the UPS truck a shotgun so he can blast the monkeys pissing in his eyes. I don't know what the actual issue is. The problem is that you don't know about it until the day of, which means to me that you probably didn't know about it or look to see if you even had the stock until the guy was going to put it on the truck and said, oh, wait, we don't have that. Huh. So, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe that's not what happened. Maybe there's a legit reason. Maybe I'm going to look like an asshole and somebody, like, died in a plane wreck or something, and that's why they couldn't get the game. Or maybe Square Enix dropped the ball. That's not my problem, though, because Amazon, you're the one that we're paying money to get this to us. And until you fill in the details, this is the story I'm going to go with, and maybe other people are going to go with the story, too. I don't know. We don't really have a reason, because when you leave us in the dark, like cavemen, the only thing we have left to placate ourselves, for lack of information, we have to make up stories. So we're making up a story right now of what happened, because we've only given so much information, and our little ape minds are like, okay, well, this is what probably happened. If I'm wrong, Amazon, please set me straight on this. And another problem with this is that why wasn't there like any attempt to amend the situation? The most you guys did for me was like, yeah, we'll give you a 1-day shipping for free. There was not even the token offering of, a month free of Prime or something like that, which wouldn't have done a damn thing for me. I don't care about, getting a month free of Prime, because I've got Prime right now and it sucks. The 2-day shipping's gone. You don't have 2-day shipping anymore. You have 2-day processing, where you promise you'll get it out to the mail carrier in 2 days, but then that mail carrier can take as long as they want to get it to you, right? I know that one's a shit deal now, so Prime's just going down the tubes. But now I can't even get like a freaking pre-order, like I make a order a month in advance, and you're just finding out the day of the freaking day it's released that you don't have it. That's inexcusable. So no, you know what? This is a first world problem, but goddamn it, it's happening to me, and it's my first world problem, and I want a first world freaking solution for it. Or else, what kind of world am I living in, Amazon? Come on, fix this. And B, what the hell, guys? You're just letting people go and imitate you on Amazon, on Twitter as Amazon support. There's literally like people out there like taking skin masks and shoving them over their faces of your fucking support people, and they're stealing people's credit card information, and you guys aren't even like warning people on that Twitter. You should be warning people. You should be sending out messages to people on their Amazon email list saying, hey, we've seen like a spate of people getting ripped off by these people on Twitter. You need to be aware that if somebody comes to you asking you to DM them, it's not us. Don't do it. Why isn't there awareness on that issue either? And that's probably bigger than the pre-order thing, but you know what? That's just like, what the hell, Amazon? We all went off your shitty fucking ride down this river. We want fucking answers. We want the destination to be a good place. So here's your decision. You're at a fork in the river, Amazon. Are you going to go down business as usual? Or are you going to go to, friggin' utopia and fix this crap and become the company you can be, because you have all the money in the world? You could certainly do it. So what's it going to be, Amazon? Are you going to fix this situation? Or are you just going to let it drift down the river until pygmies, drag us all off and we stop screaming because we're dead, because our tracheas are someone's necklace now? What's it going to be, Amazon?
All of these things are designed to frighten a monkey.